The community in Ka'u, everyone is very tied into like ranching, coffee, and macadamia nuts. And that's very directly tied into the land. Like we're, I think, 1,500 some feet up an elevation. So the ocean is more of like a luxury, or not a luxury, but it's just further away compared to all the open land and ranches and farms that we have immediately right here in town.
We got this amazing opportunity to have some grass-fed beef from Kuahiwi Ranch. And for grass-fed beef, check this out. The marbling in here is amazing. You don't get that with grass-fed beef. So we've got 2 ribeyes and a whole bunch of these Spencers. So Kuahiwi Ranch is right up the road here in Nalalehu on the Big Island. And this is served, this is the only beef served at Hana Hou restaurant. We're going to get these out of the packages onto sheet pans, get them seasoned up, and get ready to put them on the grill. We also got some baked potatoes. Potatoes were grown here. We're going to have some carrots. Carrots were grown here, but this is going to be like a caramelized carrot on the grill. And we're going to go right over here, and we're going to get on the grills. And we also are going to do some grilled papaya. Get these grass-fed out of the package. I'll bring you back as soon as I get them out here and we're ready to season. So we need to pat all these steaks down because we want them to be dry. And then we'll season them, flip them over, and season the other side. We're going to start off with some Chef Dad smoked salt. Oh, I wish you could smell that. Okay, so we're going to go over the steak. Now we're going to put our pepper on it. And we are just doing a salt, pepper, garlic because we want these steaks to be as pure as possible. And garlic. So we're just going to go across and get them all garliced up here. Don't fight the wind, season with the wind. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to pat that seasoning into them. So when I flip them over, it doesn't drop it all off. Okay, so they're all seasoned up. We're going to get these back inside and let them come up to room temperature. While we're doing that, we're going to get all our other stuff cooked and out of the way so we can focus on the steaks. These smell amazing. Smell them. Smell them. They smell amazing. We're going to set these right here. Our beautiful steaks, local steaks. And as soon as our carrots and papaya are done, we're going to get those steaks on and get them perfect medium rare. You can hear that papaya. I can smell the brown sugar going, and I just really wanted to dinosaur. Dinosaur. Okay, so these are our carrots, and I can definitely smell the brown sugar going off of those, and this is you can see down inside. There's our grilled papaya, brown sugar, and Chef Dad smoked salt. So we're going to get these out of the way so that we can crank up the temperature here and get the steaks on. Okay. I'm going to let this get up to 500 degrees, 550. I'll put all the steaks on, and then that's how the magic happens. Okay, we got our grill up to the max. We're going to get our Kuahiwi beef onto the grill. So let's get it open and start feeding the beast. We're going to fit 11 steaks on this grill. And it is not going to take long to cook these. But I don't want a bunch of heat to escape. So I'm going to throw these monster ribeye, bone-in ribeyes right in the middle. Look at that, like a glove. Every steak fit. Okay, we're just going to close this up And these are not going to take very long. We want to come out a perfect medium rare. All right, they haven't been on very long. We're getting some nice flamage up there. And look at that. We don't want too much of that darkness on there. But these are sticking, so it's not time to turn them yet. But these two in the middle, for sure. Let's do a little bit of a crosshatch on them. And get that close. The meat will break loose when those proteins have cooked on that surface, and it will release from the metal. If you do it too soon, you'll have everything stick to the metal and you'll lose a bunch of the meat. So be patient. Okay, get too much flare up, go ahead and turn off that burner that it's flaring up under. I don't want it to get super dark. These ones got to be about close. And we're going to actually just flip these because I want them all to be medium rare. I don't want them to be any more than that. You can see the back end of this grill definitely is a different temp. So the front of this grill is definitely hotter than the back of this grill. So we're just about to pull this one off the front. And we'll move everything back so that we can get that finished medium rare. Okay, this ribeye in the middle, I guarantee is done, and we don't want to go overdone with that. So let's lay that there. Let's pull this other ribeye right forward and move some of these others back to the back. You got to learn your grill. You got to cook with it. Okay, we're just going to pull these off as I decide that they're done and ready to go. And then once they come off, I'm just going to tent them so that they cool down nice and slow and all those juices diffuse back into the meat. It's a good word. Okay, we're just going to take a look at these steaks and see which ones we want to pull off, because we don't want them to overcook. Just make everybody look at the side that looks the best. Don't cover them completely up because you're going to get all that steam up there and it's not going to be that nice crust that you want. It's going to melt it away. So you're trying to avoid filming people behind me?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, there we go. You can see that flare up going. We definitely don't need to cook these any longer. Keep an eye on everything. And we're almost done. Then we're just waiting on our guests to show up, which you've already seen the video from Hana Hou. They're going to come and eat with us. They have big influence on this beef. Well, at least they have influence to me on this beef. And this is what they provided us. So we're going to cook it for them and see how our seasonings stack up to their expectations. And this one, beautiful, beautiful. Some of these got a little bit more because we only had one grill. But I don't think anybody's going to complain because that is grass-fed Hawaiian beef. And it is beautiful. So we're just going to set them here. And we're going to let them rest for about 15 minutes. That way all those juices disperse back into the meat. And you don't have that dry meat. And while that's happening, clean your grill. And there's something around here that says to clean your grill, but also just don't be a jerk. Clean your grill. Somebody else wants to use it after us. Our guests should be here shortly, but it's time to eat. We got all the steaks taken care of. They've rested plenty of time. So the one that I want to cut open is this beautiful steak right here. This smells so good. And this is grass-fed beef from, what's the farm?
Kuahiwi Ranch.
Kuahiwi Ranch. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
That is not the way that I've been saying it the rest of the time. Kuahiwi. 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 So, Kuahiwi Ranch. And this steak is amazing. I was surprised when they said grass-fed because there was so much marbling in the steak. Cut that end off there. They give us a little extra bone, which is just more flavor. And no, I don't have any on my knives. I was using this one to cut open a pineapple earlier.
A
Coconut earlier.
That'll dull it a little bit.
A little bit. But beautiful meat. Can you tell us anything about the ranch?
Yeah, it's owned by the Galimba family. So Guy Galimba, Michelle, and Al. Guy Galimba and his wife really spearhead the country store. So when we moved, I was really passionate about making sure that we're getting their local beef and supporting the community. And they've become very good friends. They're amazing people. They do the most cattle down here, and they also provide a small country and feed store. So when you pull up, they walk in where they have all their big, packages, but then they have a nice reach-in selection, bones for the dogs. They got random medical, stuff, pet shampoo, and then they have a bunch of feeds. So you can do, all your chickens, all your goats. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. They're amazing. We've been up actually to a couple of their brandings. So all the kids get up there, and there's a job for everybody. And for me, being born and raised in Lahaina, I did a lot of water sports. Coming over here and doing way more mountain stuff and jumping in with all the cattle has been really rewarding for my wife and my family. So just a new experience, and they've totally Hana'd us and Ohana'd us and brought us in. So yeah, it's exciting. So we're blessed to have this amazing beef all the time.
Look at that. I'm going to cheat. I got to. I'm going to take a little bit of the rib cap. Oh, it's like butter.
Awesome.
It's like butter. So that's just Chef Dad smoked salt, pepper, and garlic.
Oh yeah.
And it turned out, I know we don't have the Weber. No, we do have a Weber. We don't have the charcoal grill. But we make it work.
Yeah. That's perfect.
You can see that yellow fat in there, and that fat is because they're grass-fed. If you have those commercial grade beef, you'll have that white fat. I got stuff all over them. Oh, I don't have my mic. So commercial fed beef is going to have super white fat, and that means they've been grained out really, really hard. So they're made to get that fat and weight before they go to market. This is all grass-fed, so that you get that yellow color to it. Like especially European beef, you see that yellow color, which is amazing that we have this in the United States, but it's not marketed across the United States. I mean, this is marketed in Hawaii, so you got to come here, you got to try it. I got to eat the fat. It's just like the meat. I mean, it is so... It's got the texture of meat. It's not like eating a chunk of fat. It's real. It's phenomenal. Hey everybody, we're here at Colony 1 on the Big Island, and wherever you go, you need to make friends. This is amazing. We came down here. We met some amazing people, and it just so happened that we filmed a video up at their restaurant, but that wasn't the key. The key was we sat down. The food was amazing. First, Zane came out and introduced himself, and I didn't even know he was the owner. My wife's like, yeah, he's the owner. And I'm like, oh, well, hell, we need to see if he'll come back because we got our YouTube channel and this food is amazing. Literally, they make the best food on any of the islands. The food is phenomenal. You have to try it. It is, and I didn't do this when we were over there. Yeah. So I want to give you guys both one of the Chef Dad stars. Forget about Michelin stars. Chef Dad stars. Yes. This is worth getting out of your way, make a trip just to come here and eat at their restaurant. And their restaurant is?
Hana Hou restaurant.
Hana Hou restaurant
We're located in Na'alehu on the Big Island. We're the southernmost restaurant in the United States.
We were also graced that they could come here and have a meal with us. And we're getting beef from what is the?
Kuahiwi Ranch, right? Located in Na'alehu, South Point.
So we're eating local, we're meeting local people. Turns out that these guys have been coming and hanging out in our neck of the woods for the last 8 years, and we've probably seen each other, but we didn't know it. Anyway, so we're gonna dive in here. This is Kuahiwi Ranch steak. Boom. And then we got potato, and we got candied carrot, and we got papaya, and whatever.
And your moose on there. I'm excited
Oh,
to
yeah.
try the moose.
Moose breakfast sausage. If you haven't seen that video, it's right over here. Anna, put it over there. All right, so I'm going to say that this is the first bite of this, but I cheated and I had some over there. But I did add the compound butter, so. The beef is so much better than what you get. I don't know what it is, because grass-fed beef, a lot of times you run into it, and that grass-fed beef is drier, but there's a lot of marbling inside this meat, which gives it a lot more moisture. And it's like butter. I mean, it's got so much beefy flavor. You can hear the kids in the back, they're enjoying it. So how'd you guys get involved with the ranch?
So originally when we moved out, me, Mark, Cynthia, and the kids, and we took over the restaurant, we went straight to Kuahiwi Ranch store because my wife is very, very pro eating grass-fed beef and carnivore diet. With all the athletes she works with all over the world, that's one of the first things that really we elevate. And same thing with my wrestlers. When we're sucking weight and we're getting them on plan, it's all about the beef and the quality and where it comes from.
Keep eating, but eat good.
Eat good, and also where's that source from?
Right.
So being that was the backyard, and we got to know this family, the Galimba family, they're amazing. Coming into the restaurant and then going up to their country store, we actually, part of the servers is educating all the people that come into the restaurant that are eating that this is local beef, and their country store is right across the street from the elementary school. So we're able to give them that business too, and it's just a big circle with the community, and every time that me and Mark can attach that to our food and give back in that way and keep the circle going, it makes everybody go up.
Right on.
Yeah.
What you got, Mark? I know you don't talk a lot because I don't put the mic in front of your face.
I'm a shy guy.
Yeah, I see that.
No,
but I like the haircut.
Thank you. I love your barber.
Yeah.
Hook me up.
Yeah. It's born this way.
No, just what Zane's talking about, putting the community around us. And we're in a very bountiful area, not with just fish, but the ranchers that are of this community. I didn't realize Paniolo is a thriving source of life just through here. And just being able to go to a store, like you said, right across the street from the elementary school, that shows how much ranching is tied within the community. And to be able to bring the community to our restaurant and just highlight that this is a very bountiful place that provides wonderful beef. It's just right here.
YouTube picked this video for you. I picked this video for you. Right over here, that's the subscription button. Make sure you get everybody you know to push it. And then when they push it, get them, the people that they know, to push it. And continue down until we got a couple 100 million subscribers. Thanks, everybody.